Mastermind Rise of Anarchy. This is a sequel to the fanfic Mastermind Strategist for Hire by Clouds. If there is any extra background noises or the audio sucks, it is because I'm currently cleaning while using wireless headphones to record. I will try to get some better equipment or find a way to make the quality sound better, but this is what I have for now. Nobody else is home, so now's the only real time I can do it. So here we go. Mastermind Rise of Anarchy. Written by Clouds. My head in the clouds, not coming down. Read by Green MHA. Summary. Izuku Midoriya, aka Mastermind, is finally behind bars, but that doesn't mean that his influence on society was imprisoned with him. In fact, Mastermind's arrest has only brought more publicity to his reign of terror, and he still has, add that to the fact that he still has allies on the outside, and well, the hero society created him, so they have to deal with the consequences of their actions. It was bad enough that he'd been cooped up in the dorms for so long that he'd let Shitty Hair drag him to the mall, but then Deku just had to show up and started following him around like they were kids again, until he was sandwiched between Kunai, Four Eyes and Raccoon Face, eating lunch like he was a part of their fucking class or something. Seriously? Katsuki glared across the table at Deku as he was laughing and smiling with all the other stupid-ass extras in his class. He thought that he had finally gotten rid of that damn nerd. Kirishima shot him a pleading look, and Bakugo scoffed, but slumped down in his chair and stopped glaring at Deku. It wasn't that he was best friends with Shitty Hair or anything. He was just one of the only people that could take one of his explosions without flinching. So he had earned a tiny bit of begrudging respect. That's most than all the other extras had done. That's it. Speaking of those other extras, Raccoon Eyes had somehow roped that one of the detectives from the USDA into joining them too, which wouldn't be too bad except for the fact that something was going on between him and Deku, and it was pissing Katsuki off. What right did the damn nerd have to act like he was friends with the detective? The police may not be as strong as the heroes were, but they are still important, which meant that they were so far out of Deku's league that they might as well be on the moon. If it was some sort of hero worship thing like the nerd used to do with heroes, Katsuki would at least be able to understand it. But the problem was that the detective obviously knew Deku too. To make it even worse, there was some weird tension between them, like they were sharing some sort of inside joke and laughing at Katsuki because he wasn't in the know. If it weren't for those stupid anger management classes that the Defunctioned Hero Commission had forced him to go through, it would have been more than enough to make them explode. Katsuki didn't realize that he had been glaring at Deku until Kirishima elbowed him and leaned over to mutter in his ear. Why is Midoriya getting under your skin so much, man? He's a really nice guy. He's not under my skin, Katsuki hissed back, and he's a nuisance, no matter how nice he is. Kirishima chuckled and shook his head. Just play it nice, man. Who knows? Maybe you guys can even be friends again. I was never that nerd's friend! Kirishima rolled his eyes and turned back to the conversation the class was having, which currently consisted of Ida scolding Zero for trying to use his tape to steal Tokoyami's prize. You are preparing to be a hero. You should not use your quirks for such frivolous pranks in regards whether public quirk usage has been legalized or not. Oh, stealing prize is nothing, Raccoon Eyes grinned. You should have seen the stuff Kaminari and I have pulled. It's insane. Furai started scolding her instead, and Katsuki couldn't help but notice that the weird tension between Deku and the detective still hasn't dissipated. If anything, it was somehow getting even stronger than it was before. Kirishima had distracted him. But it was really pissing Katsuki off. If they didn't explain what was happening soon, Bakugo might just explode them both until they did. He scowled when he saw Deku texting someone under the table. If the nerd had to tag along with the class, something Katsuki still hated, the least he could do was have the decency to pay attention to the extras that he was annoying with his presence. Deku didn't even try to look like he was paying attention after he put his phone away, instead choosing to have some kind of weird-ass staring contest thing with the detective. Katsuki was sick of it. Such pranks are inappropriate! Raccoon Eyes chopped his arms as Four Eyes chopped his arms as Raccoon Eyes laughed. Please tell me that you have not engaged in such activity since the moving of the dorms. Oof, as much as I like to do so, man, Kaminari shrugged and grinned. My quirk already fried all the brain cells I set aside for telling lies. The class erupted in laughter, with the exception of the detective and Deku, who was still sitting like statues as they continued their creepy staring contest. Katsuki scoffed and rolled his eyes. Would Kirishima ever let him hear the end of it if he just left? At least then he wouldn't have to deal with stupid Deku and his stupid face and the stupid detective and the stupid staring contest. Fuck it, he was leaving anyways, no matter what Kirishima said. Katsuki was just about to make a stand when the tension between Deku and the detective snapped like a rubber band. There wasn't even a split second of warning before Katsuki's entire world was flipped on his head. Deku was holding a knife to someone's throat. Katsuki had barely even heard all the other extras around him screaming as they saw the weapon. He was only vaguely aware of the way his classmates were falling into battle stances. In fact, he could hardly pay attention to anything besides the cruel smile spreading across Deku's face. His brain screamed at him that this possibly couldn't be happening. When had the innocent, weak, useless Deku he had grew up with started acting like a villain? Tsukashi's gun glinted in the light, and Katsuki wondered how he'd missed the detective pulling it out. He must have been preoccupied with Deku's knives. Drop the knife, Midoriya. We found the programming and we disabled it. We aren't going to let you get away again, so give it up. A quick glance at his classmates revealed that they were just as confused Katsuki was. What program? And again? What the fuck was he talking about? Deku was a nobody! Deku's smile got sharper, and Uraraka hissed as a drop of blood started sliding down her throat. Are you really willing to let a budding hero just die, just to catch me, Tsukashi? Aren't you supposed to be one of the good guys? Deku's smile. Katsuki felt numb. Was Deku? He was actually talking about killing Uraraka? Deku? Really? He would have to be he would have to be tempted to laugh at the sheer ridiculousness of this whole thing. Did it feel much like a hostage situation? What gave Deku the right to threaten to kill one of his classmates like that? Who did that damn nerd think he was? Katsuki was tempted to laugh anyways, just to piss Deku off, but then the detective's eyes hardened at determination. I'm afraid you don't quite understand your situation, Midoriya. He shifted his gun so that if he pulled the trigger, the bullet would go straight through Deku's brain before anyone had the chance to blink. I'm prepared to take the shot, and these hero students all have the necessary first aid training to keep Uraraka alive long enough to get her to a hospital. So you are leaving here in handcuffs or a body bag. Those are your only options, so choose wisely. Did the detective seriously just threaten to kill Deku? Kill orders are rare, and often only authorized on villains ranked A and above. So even if Deku was a villain, which was impossible because he was useless, he still shouldn't merit to an ultimatum like that. It didn't make any sense. The damn nerd couldn't hurt a fly even if he wanted to. He was fucking quirkless. Nothing more than a goddamn pebbles on the side of Katsuki's road to success. What gave him the right to have cops treat him like such a serious threat? He had half expected Deku to keep giving that creepy smile and laugh, or maybe dissolve into nervousness and stutter like he had done every time Katsuki had threatened him back in middle school, and try to frantically convince the detective that there must have been some mistake. Instead, Deku's smile slowly melted, and it looked like he was actually taking the detective's threat seriously. Katsuki wanted to scream that the detective had been bluffing. Deku wasn't a threat, and he definitely wasn't important enough villain to warrant a bullet to the head. So all of this must have been some big joke designed to make Katsuki look like an idiot or something. Kirishima grabbed his arm like he could tell what Katsuki was about to do, and pleaded silently for him to stay still. Katsuki understood. He really did. The tension in the room was so thick that one wrong move could get someone killed. But Katsuki knew that there was no way Deku was as dangerous as the detective was making him out to be. Even Katsuki would make a better villain than he was. Before Katsuki could say anything, however, Deku had made his decision. The tension melted from the nerd's body as he sighed and dropped the knife, raising his hands up in surrender. Immediately, Uraraka ran into Ida's arms. The detective forced Deku to the ground, handcuffing him, probably with a bit more force than was strictly necessary for a quirkless weakling like him. Katsuki waited for the detective to read the damn note his rights. At least maybe then he'd know what Deku was being arrested for and what necessitated to a goddamn kill order that he didn't deserve. To his surprise, Deku actually had a small smile on his face. The detective tightened the handcuffs, like he was proud of whatever lame crime had got him arrested or something. Izuku Midoriya, the detective growled. You are under arrest for the crimes committed as the villain Mastermind. Katsuki shattered. Okay, well, this is my first time. I'm sorry if there's like audio changes and stuff, because I am kind of moving around the house, trying to do some cleaning, like I said in the beginning. I do want to give a huge thanks to Eleanor Elizabeth for inspiring me to kind of do this. I listened to her podfic of Mastermind Strategist for Hire, the prequel to the sequel, the original. Um, that I really enjoyed, and I was kind of looking for the sequel, and I just couldn't find it. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well just try to make it myself, you know? So that's what I'm doing here. So, I don't know how long I'll be doing this, if I'll be doing it for the whole 50 chapters or not, but yeah, if I take a long break or anything like that, it's either just schoolwork that got too much, I got grounded or something, because that happens a lot, or I just completely forgot about it. And if you actually do enjoy this, because I doubt that I'll make a big deal or anything about this, um, you know, I'm sorry for those who might actually listen to this, but yeah, like I said in the beginning, I will try to find a better like microphone or something. I had just lost my earbuds with a really good mic, and my Chromebook doesn't like to work with me when it comes to audio quality. So this is it for now. I might do chapter 2 or chapter 3 with this audio, but hopefully it gets better. Cross our fingers. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening. It actually means a lot to me if you did, even if you're like 2 people. But yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Um, take care of yourselves, maybe go for a walk or something. Fresh air is nice. But yeah, hopefully see you guys in the next chapter.